Welcome to Take Me to the River, a movement of social consciousness. We are so glad that you have tuned in. If this is your first time, welcome. And if this is a return visit, thank you so much for coming back. This is going to be a really fun show. We are going to be showing off a lot of what we will be dropping on the YouTube channel starting Monday. And we have a different format to the show. It's going to be really fun. We also have Boo Mitchell here, who is going to talk about who we will be filming live in Memphis this Wednesday. It's going to be really fun. We're going to let the room settle like we always do and feature Never Heard song from Take Me to the River NOLA, PJ Morton, Cheeky Black, Rebirth Brass Band. What more can you ask for? New Orleans Girl. Back in 5.
Crazy. No matter where I go, there ain't nothing like a New Orleans girl. Let's go. Let's start from the beginning. Her name was Deborah Brown. She caught my daddy's eye and he's still around, which helps me prove my point. It must be something in the water, 'cause 40 years later, and he's still glad he caught her. Ooh, I've been all over the world. It still ain't nothing like a New Orleans girl. Ooh, I've been all over the world. It still ain't nothing like a New Orleans. See, I'm a grown man now, and I can see it for myself. These girls from New Orleans know that there's something else. When they call you baby, they melt you like some sugar. And don't let her cook your meal, 'cause that's gonna show no seal the deal. Ooh, I've been all over the world. It still ain't nothing like a New Orleans girl. Ooh, I've been all over the world. It still ain't nothing like a New Orleans girl.
Said about him, I respect it 'cause I'm a queen. Born in New Orleans, mother of the twerk scene. Meal cooker spicy like red beans. Gumbo music, can't help it, it's in my jeans. Cheeky ways, but I'm mistaken for being mean. When you really get to know me, I'm sweeter than fly ring. Like one Barbie, I'm the hottest on the scene. Night ball, represent a bust of blood. I'm here first, behind mine. That's a never got from New Orleans, we like the sign. There's more to us than shaking our behind. Even though we like to twerk, we have intellectual mind. Wow, girl, cheeky, I'm my angel in disguise. Ain't one to make you laugh, be the one to make you cry. 504, we one of a kind. Certified boss chick, and I put it fine.
I said, you better watch out. 'Cause Katrina put them all over the world. You better watch out if you see a New Orleans girl. Yeah, I said you better watch out. Katrina put them all over the world. You better watch out if you see a New Orleans girl. Ooh, I've been all over the world. It still ain't nothing like a New Orleans girl. Ooh, I've been all over the world. It still ain't nothing like a New Orleans girl. Ooh, I've been all over like a New Orleans girl.
Welcome to Take Me to the River, a movement of social consciousness. We have a great show for you tonight. It is Black History Month. We're going to show off one of Berkeley City Music's affiliates, who we work with a lot. Stax Music Academy has a great program for Black History Month if you're looking for things for Black History Month. Also, there's some great films out there. We want to support all artists, but particularly artists of color, artist diversity. That's what we want to encourage and support. There's some great films. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, The Five Bloods, One Night in Miami, Judas and the Black Messiah, United States versus Billie Holiday, and Malcolm and Marie, just to name a few. Those are all in the awards hunt. We are Take Me to the River, an award-winning film, award-winning record, award-winning live show, but we lead with our education. We believe that everyone should have access to music and music education, music history. That's our mission, to bring that to everyone. We're in schools across the country. Our education partners, Berkeley College of Music, Berkeley City Music, the GRAMMY Museum, and the New School of Jazz have combined to bring Common Core curriculum to middle schools and high schools across the country. We're 700 strong just in New York City alone. And we continue to try and make music more accessible to everyone. We know we're better students, all the studies show that, and we're better community members. We really believe in inclusive and diverse collaboration. I'll leave you with the 6 C's before we get into our program tonight, which is commit, to communicate, so you can cooperate, and then you can collaborate. And when you collaborate, oof, wow, great things happen. And if you collaborate in an inclusive way, everybody, we're stronger together. We create, there it is, that's 5. We create big, beautiful, meaningful, and the foundations and pillars of, here it comes, the 6th one, community. Community is, Webster's one-word definition of community is fellowship. And tonight, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to share some fellowship and show you what is coming on the YouTube channel, TMTTR, the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And you can watch the film on Amazon Prime. Our partners, Berkeley City Music, has an affiliate which we have done over the years a lot with. Stax Music Academy is of the highest caliber in not only music education, but ensuring that their students continue on with their education, giving them top flight education, well-rounded education, 100%, not only 100% graduation rate, but 100% placed in colleges, which is incredible. In any case, they have Black History programming every year. They put on celebratory concerts, but this year it will be virtual starting February 17th. It's R&R, Rhythm and the Revolution, expressions of struggle, collaboration, and peace. Stephen, can you play that sample video for us?
Say a little prayer for you. The moment I wake up, on my mind. I say a little prayer for you forever and ever. You stay in my heart and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together forever. That's how it must be to live without you. Would only mean heartbreak for me.
Support Stax Music Academy. They do an amazing job, and their Black history, what they their programming that they have over and over and over again is just phenomenal. Anyway, I want to bring on a dear friend of mine, a collaborator, a friend, Grammy Award winner, an amazing producer, musician, arranger, songwriter, my friend and brother from another mother, Mr. Boo Mitchell.
What's up, Dr. Martin?
How you doing? Everything all right? You safe and away from harm's way?
Yeah, I am. I've been quarantined here in the studio for the past couple of months.
Well, we all have been fighting through what now is a year of the pandemic, and we're trying to figure out different silver linings. And one of the silver linings is live at Royal Studios. And we're so proud that we're going to be able to present this in the way we've thought about this for, oh God, 5-6 years now. And now we are really coming out with it. And I'm so excited. We're going to be filming at first time back at Royal Studios. We're so excited. We have, we're gonna at least do 3, and I was gonna throw a ringer at Boo tonight, see what he's gonna say, but that's later. But first up is my dear friends, and I guess probably best described to Boo as family. 27 gold and platinum records in a row, every single Al Green, every single Ann Peoples, Otis Clay. I mean, the list is incredibly long. I know your pops just love these guys. They were the house band at Royal Studios, at High Records, the High Rhythm section, who just recently was nominated in 2017 for a record with a collaboration that they did with Robert Cray, and Boo had everything to do with that. You Must Believe in Yourself. Stephen, can you just show us a little bit of that so everybody knows who these guys are? So Boo, who will we have with High Rhythm? Tell us a little bit about what that would look like.
So with High Rhythm, we're going to have Tower of Power's former lead singer, who is a native Memphian named Marcus Scott. Marcus is an incredible singer, and I think he's been with Tower of Power for the last 3 or 4 years. He just retired from the group to pursue his solo career, and I'm working on some other projects with Marcus. So he's an amazing singer, amazing talent, and he's gonna really give us a good show.
Stephen, can you play a little bit of Marcus?
I was born by the river, in a little tent. Oh, and just like that river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Hey, it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Someone's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long, 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 long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Damn, he channeling Sam Cooke like I can't believe, huh?
Oh yeah.
He gonna channel our man, the Reverend Al Green, and we're gonna do some of the great songbook of Al Green, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Next up is somebody who is incredibly talented. I mean, anybody who can get themselves around the drums, guitar, and stand out front and sing, you know you have somebody who is a real musician. He's the son of a drummer, so that gave him rhythm from the beginning. And he's the grandson of an amazing blues singer, R.L. Burnside. He has played, his list of the people he has played with is just, you know, nothing short of phenomenal. He has played with Jesse May Hempel, John Herman, Kenny Brown, Richard Johnson, Jimmy Buffett, Widespread Panic, John Spencer Blues Explosion, just to name a few. But he really, and Hill Country for about 10 minutes. But Hill Country Review, I should say, for about 10 minutes. But, you know, Cedric is one of those torchbearers, just like Boo. They are carrying our traditions in the highest and greatest and most honorable way. And so we're pleased to be able to get Cedric. And here's a little bit from his latest recording, or one of his recordings from Royal Studio, Wash My Hands.
Let a friend rob some money several times. He never pay me back. asked me again, I told him no. Said it shouldn't be like that. What about that $100 I gave you? Put food on the table. What about that $50 you asked me for gas when you were neighbor? Said you had some money coming, I'll be the first person you come see. Your money came, you went a lot of places, but you didn't come see me. I'm through with ya. Wash my hands. I'm through with ya. I'm through with ya. I wash my hands. I'm through with ya. Yeah. Got a member of my family. We don't get along too good. You're still a wheelchair from a crippled man. Oh, I swear you would. He always up to something.
So that was the day that Royal Studios got turned into a juke joint. It's back now into a full-fledged studio.
Yeah. Let me check. Wait. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Cedric. You just did a record with him, Boo. So
Man, Cedric is one of the most amazing artists I've ever worked with. He is like the future of the blues. He manages to take the blues to a place that it hasn't been, but he also manages to keep the traditions alive. So it's a really cool dichotomy. He's got like, you know, some songs that just are almost spooky in a way because they sound, you know, like something from the 20s. And at the same time, he's got some other stuff that kind of marries that and takes, in my opinion, takes the blues to a place that it hasn't really been taken before. So I'm real, I just produced a new record with him that'll be coming out on Single Lock in the next couple of months. And I'm really excited about it. We've got Cedric, he's playing drums and guitar. He also has a drummer on a few songs with him too. And he's got features from my musical brother, Luther Dickinson. Is playing on a few songs. The Alabama Shakes bass player is playing on a song. We've got, it's going to be a real interesting album. Got some cello on a few songs. It's going to be real interesting for the blues genre, I think.
I love it. I love it. So to be clear, what we're doing with the YouTube channel, you're going to see exactly how the show will be set up. We're going to do an interview and then a live performance of each performer, and giving a lot of emphasis, obviously, to New Orleans and Memphis. We are, you know, so blessed to be able to have Boo and Cedric, and now our next guest that we will be recording. We're doing 3 acts one day. It's going to be a at least a 12 or 13 hour day, maybe longer, is Luther Dickinson, who is another prodigy from a musical family, Jim Dickinson, who was so influential for me, and to North Mississippi All-Stars with Luther and Cody. And Luther has done so much to carry on the traditions and is just so smart about how he goes about doing that. And his talent is like actually supersedes his smartness. So it's amazing. He's a 7-time Grammy nominee. I mean, his latest album came out in 2019 called Solstice, but this is a quick song called Hurry Up Sunrise from his 2016 record, Blues and Ballads. But Luther Dickinson, we love you.
All right. Hey, this is Luther Dickinson. I'm going to play Hurry Up Sunrise off of the Blues and Ballads album. This one goes out to my good friend O.T. Gabe Othaturno. Where were you when the rooster crowed for day? Lord, I wasn't home, sure enough on my way. Done got late, got my work to do. Wouldn't have been heaven had no been for you. Hurry up, sunrise, see what tomorrow brings. It may bring sunshine, and it may bring rain. Hurry up, sunrise, see what tomorrow brings. It may bring sunshine, and it may bring rain. And I heard my baby call my name. Call so loud and call so doggone plain. Done got late, got my work to do. Wouldn't have been heaven.
Damn. What can you say about Luther?
Yeah, man, Luther is my musical brother. Him and Cody, like, you know, they're family, but musically and sonically, they're like super family. You know, I think they're part of the Memphis music future and the North Mississippi future as well. It's just, you know, it's something about having young cats so rooted in, you know, in traditional music, and putting, you know, keeping it alive. It's really special to me.
Absolutely. The thing that is so amazing in terms of how deep it is the Mississippi Delta has hill country music, soul music, and everything in between, including gospel. There's definitely, you know, rock and roll and rap, hip hop. There's country. I mean, there's everything. But what's so important is that it is being kept alive, and we need to support that. We need to support Royal Studio, one of the best studios literally in the world for capturing true music. Boo is an amazing producer, engineer, arranger, you know, definitely will help you in terms of your ability to record. That's something that is different than performing. Recording is all about making sure that your music is true. And that's why I call him the doctor. He is a doctor.
Thank you, Mike.
So we, on Wednesday of next week, will be recording those acts, and that's what's coming up, along with definitely six amazing New Orleans musicians as we lead up to the international premiere of Take Me to the River NOLA. I want you to at least stay tuned to this one, Boo. It's Ledisi. I mean, Ledisi, holy hell, what can you say about this girl?
She's bad, boy.
Oh, man. Pipes that just will never quit. I mean, 13 Grammy nominations. Maybe she's up for a Grammy this year for anything for you. She is such a great soul, and just one of those positive ions coming out of her all the time. Stephen, can you show this is 3 things that will be dropping on Monday. This is a little hint. So this Ledisi clip, we're going to play a drumming clip and a clip of Jon Cleary, which will be dropping on the YouTube channel on Monday to give you an idea of the type of material that will be coming out. And then we're going to feature all the musicians we just filmed leading up to the premiere of Take Me to the River, NOLA. So with no further ado, Ledisi.
People always using other people trying to get ahead. Hey, running after the line, never thinking about what they say. Hey, what's the matter with you? You need to watch what you do. Hey, you got to get your head straight and live your life and do what he told you to do. Early Sunday morning, preacher talking about saving souls. He said, I'm just here to try to let you know. Every time that you pray, a blessing comes right away. Hey, don't let the dark days bring you down. Move the devil away. Don't be knocking at my door. Hey, but you can't come in. Hey, yeah, yeah. I hear you knocking. I hear you knocking. Yeah, I hear you knocking. Knocking at my door.
Oh man, we are definitely in for it now.
Wow.
It was that the first time anyone has ever seen that, but I'm really, I'm crying to say that didn't make the film, but Ledisi singing with Irma did, and this will be on the record. It's amazing, but the only place to see the full session with her singing that song in full is on our YouTube channel. So please tune in and go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. What happens, Boo, when you get 5 of the best drummers in New Orleans?
Funk, a lot of funk, bro.
Man, that's some fireworks, right? That's some fireworks. So we got together 5 of my favorite drummers. I mean, I have a few more for sure, but these are definitely 5 of my favorite drummers. Stephen, you want to play the clip because, you got Shannon Powell, Herlin Riley, Stan Moore, Terrence Higgins, and Alvin. And it's just amazing. Stephen? Let's jam a little bit. Let's make some noise. Oh man. So Boo, when it comes to rhythm, it's crazy. That syncopated Haitian Afro-Cuban thing mixed up with a habanera, and you get this that's where that undulation comes from, right? Like, yeah, you don't even know how to move, right? Like you're moving like a crazy skeleton. You don't know if the one is going to come on the and or maybe almost on the two, right? You just don't know.
Right.
So it's so different than, four on the floor and sticking in the pocket, right? So tell me the difference of rhythms between Memphis and New Orleans as you see it.
Well, I think New Orleans definitely has more of the Afrocentric, roots to it. I think by the time the music got to Memphis, it was a little more straight ahead. It still remained that, kept that gut bucket, deep pocket. The Memphis rhythm is kind of, it's more of a laid back, hard four on the floor thing. And both are amazing, and both both of these cities have influenced popular music. I mean, you can turn your radio on and trace the music back to Memphis or New Orleans, whatever you're listening to. So they definitely impacted the world.
The music from the Delta, from the river, is so strong. Not only the rhythms, but the piano, which is tied into the rhythms, right? So we always do some teaching moments. This is a teaching moment. The piano in an orchestra setup is tied in with the timbales, right? It's tied in to the rhythm. So piano is a rhythm instrument, but it's also a melody instrument. It's like a,
yeah, the piano is the only instrument it's a percussion instrument as well as a melodic instrument.
So Jon Cleary is one of those guys that is not only a student of the music, but an amazing musician in himself. Jon on the piano is much like Luther on the guitar when it comes to New Orleans piano playing. And this is Jon Cleary. You're going to want to see this entire thing, but here's a little taste.
My original plans were for a 2-week vacation, and that was 36 years ago, so I'm still here. Born in England, moved here after leaving school. I always wanted to come to New Orleans. It just seemed like this fairy tale place, and I'd read about it. Rhythm and blues, Professor Longhair, banana trees, the Gulf of Mexico, the Mississippi River. I mean, it sounded like something out of a kid's adventure book or something. When I got to New Orleans, I went out and heard as much music as I could, and then went home and played piano for hours and hours, putting the record on at the beginning again, figuring out how all the parts went, and that's what I did. Early on in New Orleans, African sensibilities and the European classical tradition came face to face, and it's like tectonic plates mashing up, and then all this stuff gets thrown up, this new stuff comes out of it.
There, he is the professor of keyboards for New Orleans. Man, he's amazing. He's a Grammy Award winner, and we're happy to drop that on Monday as well. It's not only him playing, but him talking about New Orleans piano through literally through 150 years. Starting with the habanera in the late 1880s, I guess, 1875. Just so you know, the habanera was probably like gangster rap back then. I mean, like, people were like, what the hell is this? Jesus Christ, this is fucking up my Beethoven. But the reality is piano and keyboards have played such a big part of New Orleans music. So this is what we've been so excited to share. Is we went to Esplanade Studios, which is an old church that Misha made into a studio. And I have never really seen a studio. I've seen a couple churches try it. And Royal is a theater. I've seen, successful theaters do it because it's really built for sound. Theater is sort of built for sound, especially the older ones, because, they had a piano that was playing along with silent films and all that stuff, the older ones. But this is really incredible. So I want to play a little bit of Dumpstaphunk. Everybody loves Dumpstaphunk. We've done a lot with this band. The funkiest band in Atlanta is what I call them. Boo. So Stephen, can you play a little Dumpstaphunk?
Overall, this project was just inspirational from a lot of angles, music-wise, and just being a part of, like, it's an animated feature thing, and from that angle, just top tier, getting picked to do each of their segments of this project, and it was just dope that we were able to add our music element to it.
Was the wrong time. I didn't say the right things, but the must use the wrong line. I was in the right trip, but I made it in the wrong car. My head was in a bad place, and I wonder what it's good for. I've been in the right place, but it must was the wrong time. My head was in a bad place, but I'm having such a good time. I've been running, trying to get hung up in my mind.
This is what we're going to be featuring, just so everyone knows. From this show forward, that will be the format. We'll be interviewing, and then we'll be showing at least 25 to 30-minute set live. Never seen before, exclusive. It's going to be really, really fun as we lead up to the international premiere of Take Me to the River, NOLA. The second band that I wanted to bring up real quick is they're really great friends, and they have been doing it forever. They are the leaders of the second generation of how brass bands has taken modern music and made it part of the brass band repertoire. And they birthed not just another generation, but it's probably on 4 or 5 generations of brass bands. But second generation, the ones who took it out of Olympia brass band, Tuxedo brass band, all these, traditional brass bands, is my friends, and they have been doing it since 1977. So you can count up the years, 43 years, I guess. Dirty Dozen Brass Band.
I used to play with a guy by the name of Hymus Ankles. He lived uptown. He used to play in his band and some brass band stuff. But I got introduced to the Dirty Dozen through a guy by the name of Andrew Green. Actually, he was the first snare drum player. The band was called the original 6-Ward Dirty Dozen Brass Band.
I can listen to that all day long, man. How about you? What do you think of brass bands? You know, it's amazing, right? Like they infused modern music into the brass band format and gave birth literally to rebirth, no pun intended. And then, and you know, every band thereafter. So, you know, what I call like third gen, the Soul Rebels, you know, and Hot Eight, and you know, and then all of a sudden you know, you get into New Breed and like the fourth generation. So they're all putting their different spin on it.
Yeah, it's still, you know, the brass band thing is, it just speaks to the city of New Orleans, that festive, you know, party atmosphere. It just, when you hear the music of a brass band, it literally makes you can't sit there and listen to it. You have to move. You know, it's just, it really captures the festive spirit like, you know, no other music does really. It just it makes you move, and it's so much part of the roots and tradition of New Orleans, and why a lot of, you know, it's one of the things we go to New Orleans for, is that festive spirit.
Absolutely. And it's interesting because it's really a mixture or almost a mashup of Eastern European marching band smashing up against West Africa rhythms, Haitian rhythms. They took the instrumentation, but the rhythms is like, that's how you get the bug jumping and all this kind of crazy undulation, because they're not playing it straight. I mean,
Right.
right? Man, I've got somebody who I know you love, was out on tour with us the last iteration of the Take Me to the River tour, which went all over the United States. He is a dear friend, but an amazing player. Walter Wolfman Washington is going to be teed up, man. He's just one of our jewels. And the cool thing is he's like the one guy that you could say is like, he's Memphis and he's New Orleans. Like he's both. And like, I've never been able to say that to him exactly, but I know you know what I'm saying. But anyway, Walter Wolfman Washington.
What does it mean to play guitar?
To me, it means being able to reach places where no other instrument can reach. Say things a little plainer than most instruments can do. I got to see you, and somehow, not tomorrow, but right now. I know it's late, and I just can't wait. Let's steal away, let's steal away. Now you better start thinking, trying to make up your mind. Your folks are sleeping. Let's not waste no time. I know it's late, and I just can't wait. Let's steal away.
It's funny, Boo. You know, I was sitting there at that session, right? You know, and I'm a blues drummer at the heart of it, right? And I'm like, come on, man. Just play 4 on the floor. Don't do all that syncopation stuff, right? But Walter's cool with it, man. He just like, he's snapping to it, and it's great. It really. I kept saying, oh, and then I'm like, what am I talking about? It sounds great. It's just he is one of the connectors. Like you can see how it's just such a connection.
Oh, definitely.
What do you think of Walter, man? Like in terms of like the the players on the Delta, man, they, you know, that's the style, but he somehow is able to make that translate in the New Orleans feel.
Yeah, he's definitely a connector, because you can hear elements of Memphis and New Orleans, you know, like never before. I mean, in the Mississippi Delta too. It's like he's the whole the whole line, the whole lineage, you know, from New Orleans through Mississippi, landed in Memphis, and just even in his phrasing of his words and stuff, you know, his guitar tone, it encapsulates those three places clearly.
Yeah, definitely. And then when he starts playing with his teeth, you're like, damn, Jimmy, you know. I love the story where he goes, yeah, you know, when I finally got to speak to Jimmy, he said, you know, don't put your tongue on it. And he goes, the first thing I did was put my tongue on it. He goes, you shocked the shit out of me.
It is the electric guitar.
Well, next up is somebody who is so funky, man. And he started out so young, playing with so many people, man. Oh, you know, from Widespread Panic, he went out on the road with, you know, the Professor, Alan Toussaint. He was instrumental in playing with the Dirty Dozen brass band for a while, and also instrumental in kind of bringing people like Prince into the brass band format. He's one of my favorites, Big Sam and Funky Nation.
I was doing bebop gigs and stuff, so you know we were just getting it in and grinding. We were like making money, not even realizing how much money we were making as kids. You know? Oh man, okay, we're gonna buy some shoes, or we're gonna buy some donuts. We're gonna, you know, like whatever we wanted, we were cool. We're gonna buy some DVDs. That was hot at the time, you know.
Woo! Good Lord, that felt good. Hey, Fess, let's hit him again. Oh, yeah, baby. Come on. Woo!
Man, Boo, we got a lot of great music coming up. A lot. And just remember, each one of these bands plays a 5-song set. We get to talk to them and find out a little bit about their inspirations, who they are, what has led them on their career. Really interesting stuff, really great stuff. And we also, you know, look, we always want to provide a runway for younger musicians, for musicians that are wanting to create and be able to make this their living. Andrew Sano is one of our leading examples in terms of producing, and you know, he's now producing, but as a player, he's a graduate of Stax Music Academy. He went to Berkeley, got a full ride to Berkeley, but went out on the on tour with us, and he's like a go-to guy now for you. And I'm so proud of him, and you know, I'm glad that he will be with High Rhythm Section.
Yes, yeah, Andrew. Just to see him in the first Take Me to the River as a 16, 17-year-old kid getting a guitar lesson from Skip Pitts, and the man he's grown to be. It's just incredible to see that type of story unfold in front of your eyes. and he's stuck with it. He stayed true to the music, true to his skill. He really respects his musicianship, which is important in getting to the next level. So he's definitely inspiration.
Absolutely. He's like our shining example. We have Manny Ashton, Riker.
Yeah.
We have so many of the students from Berkeley City Music's network, whether it be Stax Music Academy, Roots of Music. Derek Tabb does such a great job. Prez Hall with all the things that they do, and everybody in the network, just amazing. The next artist that we're going to go out on, Boo, and I'm looking forward to seeing you real soon. And everybody, come to the YouTube channel. We have so much great music. This is just a preview of what is going to come. And you're going to be partying in your seats. Whatever you want to do, you just turn that on. You can even turn it on the radio. You can turn it on when you're at home. You can watch it. You can listen to it. You can do whatever. But part of our mission is to look for new and fresh and young talent and give them a runway. Kristin Diable, she's from Baton Rouge. She began playing, at a young age, and she's very, very captivating. So we're going to go out on Kristin Diable, and we'll be back next week with a whole concert of Kristin Diable with interview on YouTube. We love you. Please subscribe. Black History Month. Support Black musicians, Black actors, actresses, filmmakers, directors, producers. We have so many great films that you can go to, so many great records. Please support this man. Royal Studios, if you're in Memphis, he'll give you a private tour, of course, for a certain price. I'm not sure what it is, but he's unbelievable. And everybody, we are so dedicated to making sure that you know where your music came from. You know what makes America unique and what cultural jewel we have given the world, regardless of our political, economic, social foils. Our music speaks loud, and we will always stand proud together with our music. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristin Diable.
There's one artist that you'd like to collaborate with. Have you ever dreamed of oh God, this would be so perfect?
Always wanted to work with Irma Thomas, not to sing with her because I don't even want to get in her way, but to write a song with her or for her. And the song True and Natural Man that I played earlier, I've always dreamed of getting that song to her to consider for her to record or to perform, because I could just hear her really bringing it to a whole new place.
If loneliness wasn't such a familiar friend, if I could tell you about the state that I am in, if every start had a clear end, how could I be there to love you, babe? Let's begin. I'll make time for you, but I will not hold you down. I crossed the line for you, lover, 'cause I know that it circles around, yeah. La 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 la.
I give thanks to Boo Mitchell, the Mitchell family. We love you, Elijah. I know y'all been through a lot, and we pray every day, our thoughts and prayers. Please, the only thing I ask is support artists in the COVID pandemic time. Go to their site, buy their music, buy their merchandise, support studios like Royal Studios. We will be featuring some amazing acts. We're so excited to bring them to you all. Boo, thank you so much. You know, anytime I get to spend this amount of time with you is a blessing. So
thank you, Dr. Martin. I appreciate you, man.
thank you so much, everybody. Next week, Kristin Diable, you will not be disappointed. As you just saw, she is the real deal. So until then, we love you. Be safe, wear a mask, do all the right things, and be respectful. We love you inclusively.